Hi, I'm Heather Hubbard. I went from being a lawyer and partner at one of the largest firms in America to becoming an online personality and successful entrepreneur. I know what it takes to rise to the top. I also know all too well the toll it can take on your health and personal life. So, how do you shine bright without burning out? How do you chase joy while achieving success? You're listening to the Hustle and Flow podcast. Welcome back to Hustle and Flow. I am your host, Heather Hubbard, and you can't see, but this is my cat, Taylor. My cat, Karma, is behind me as well. Clearly, I am a Taylor Swift fan, and I cannot wait to do my breakdown today, a new update on Taylor and Travis. So the last time I recorded an episode about the two of them was almost 2 years ago to the day. And it was episode 170, if you want to go back and listen to it. But now that they are engaged, oh my gosh, and they're getting married, I had to record an update. I mean, it's like all of our dreams are coming true. So exciting. I have always been a fan of the NFL and I've always loved Taylor. And so when they started dating, I think I shared on the last time, I was like, the only thing that would be better if it was Taylor and Tom Brady, because I also have a cat whose name was Brady. He passed away. I that's kind of my favorite football player. But I'm so much like right 2 years in, I'm so glad it's Travis. They're such a good fit for each other. They're okay. Now you got Karma and Taylor if you're watching on YouTube. They're just such a good couple, and their love, I think, makes the rest of us feel love, right? We love love. They are such a good match, and just in so many ways reflect for us what we want in relationships, whether we're coupled or not. So, can we talk about the engagement though? Like the actual engagement? Like the fact that it was after she recorded the podcast with him. It's in the backyard. He turns it into this like enchanted fairy tale. And I know they've both got more money than God, right? Like it's not easy to like pull that off if you don't have a lot of money, because I can only imagine how much money was in those flowers. And then she said, like they brought in like bushes and hedges and stuff just for the proposal. But the thought that went into it, the care that went into it, it's just so romantic. I mean, I love my husband, but I think about the way in which he proposed. And he really needed some lessons from Travis. And I do think that that's one of the reasons why, like all of us, for those of us who love this relationship so much, I think partly it's because Travis really does seem to show up in this way that is like the way that like we all kind of would love for our significant others to show up. Not that they're not already amazing and great, but truly he is, I mean, he does seem to be a romantic kind of guy, and he's always got her back. Like he's at the concerts supporting her and cheering for her. Like he's learning the dances, he's participating with her. He doesn't seem to feel in any way like intimidated by her. Like her success is like that, it inspires him. It doesn't intimidate him or emasculate him. And in a world of, so many bros right now who are, and how they are totally trying to make Gen Z, all these young guys, feel as though, that men need to be masculine and macho and they have to be in charge and women need to know their place. It's so refreshing to see a really successful, hot man who has a lot of power and influence not give a shit about that stuff, like not give into it. And he truly like celebrates her and loves her success. Like not, I don't think that like when I say he loves her money, it's not like I don't think he's out for her money, but it's just really nice to see. It's always nice for a man to support a woman or a woman to support a man, right? Like when you are in love with someone, you want to think that they are fully behind you and support you and are not in any way like jealous of you or intimidated by you or need you to be anything other than who you truly are or fully are. So, I mean, I think that's why we love him and them as a couple just so much. Also, there's just so much going on with the world that is depressing and dark, and there's so much negativity and just toxic banter and conversation. And there's just a lot bad with the world. And it's really a breath of fresh air. It's kind of like having a nice reprieve that doesn't feel toxic. Like we get on our phones and we get on TV, we can drink alcohol. Like there's so many things we can do that we're like, this probably isn't good for me. But actually rooting for and cheering for another couple like who's in love, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just wholesome and good. And it's a fun little hobby that we have, which is why, can we talk about the wedding? I mean, we need this. Like, we need this. I totally respect that they're going to do what they're going to do and they've got their own wishes. But also, can we manifest? Like, truly, we need to manifest this very public wedding. It doesn't even have to be a public wedding, but if they could televise it and bring us in, everyone keeps laughing about how it's a royal wedding. And I'm like, it's only a royal wedding if they would do it like a royal wedding, which is what we need and what we want. We need this, right? Like we need something fun and inspiring in our life. And what's wild is that's often when people get annoyed with royalty, they're like, why do we even have a monarchy? Like this is so dumb. And they're like, it gives people something to look up to. And it's like, well, how does that make any sense? That like people who are like are poor, depressed can look to like really rich, wealthy people and be like, oh, my life feels better. And yet, I have to say, with what we're experiencing in the world and having Travis and Taylor as our outlet, I now get it. I now get it. It it makes no sense. It's not logical, but it oddly does make you feel better. It's inspiring. It gives you hope, even though that's really, it never could be your life. But it's like, thank God, some beautiful, hot, rich people are just having a great lot in life. Right? Like, I don't know. And so, obviously, because of that, a lot of people want to hate on them, but I know that that is not who is listening to this podcast. Um, so, I mean, I don't know. Like, what kind of wedding are you all wanting? Because what I want is like, I want that horse and carriage. I mean, I am such a feminist, but also I want that horse and carriage. And like, let's line the streets. Like, let them come in, do it at the church, right? The big church with like all the celebrities. And like, we want cameras inside. Like, we want a live stream, like, do pay-per-view. And for all the people who are like, it's always a money grab for her and for him. And it's all about like, good, take my money. Like, do pay per view, exclusive pay per view, charge us, charge us to live stream your wedding. I will happily pay. That's the thing. When people get mad that, like, with all of, the sponsorships that he does, or with her, like, where she releases all the different albums or whatever else, and they're like, oh, she's just taking advantage of her fans. It's like, okay, but the people who are saying that, I don't think are her fans. And two, it's like, we wouldn't buy it if we didn't want it. Right? Right? And if she's not putting it out like other people are, you can't go anywhere without like t-shirts or other things totally be like everyone is always trying to leverage her brand to make money. So why can't she make the money off of it? Like, I don't know. I get it. Some people really don't like capitalism, and I get it. Like, I do hear the arguments and where it can be problematic, but also like, I don't know, go after the male billionaires. Like, maybe that's where the feminist in me is like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to attack a woman making money, especially when her fans, like, we want it. We're asking for it. In fact, like, I would rather her get more money at the concerts than scalpers to get the money. I mean, what did they do to deserve it? Anyway, I digress. Pay per view. Totally into a pay per view wedding. Pay for it. We'll have parties. Can you imagine? Like, I grew up in Kentucky, so it's like we used to have these big derby parties. Like everybody had a huge derby party. It's also like a Super Bowl party. But can you imagine? Like, we'll have big tents, we'll all dress up, and then we get to like live stream it. It would be so much fun. And I was watching New Heights the other day. I used to watch New Heights before they got together. Of course, it's even better now. But he was saying the other day, I heard him say that you got to give the people what they want. He was talking about the Browns. You got to give the people what they want. He was talking about Sanders. He was like, you got to give the people what they want. And Jason was saying, no, but he was giving all the reasons. And Travis just kept saying over and over again, just give the people what they want. Okay, Travis, we are the people. And this is what we want. We want a very, very big public display of the wedding nuptials. We want a big blowout wedding. We want the biggest wedding we have seen in America. And we want it televised, and we want to pay you all lots of money so that we can have these big parties and just have an absolute blast. Like, we're all going to celebrate your wedding together. We're going to feel like we are there with you. And we really need it. Like, we do. Like, we are just in such a bad place and a funk in the world. Like, we need this. We so need this. And I appreciate that you also believe that the people should get what they want. And so this is what we want. This is what we want. A lot of people are also talking about the kids. Like, are they going to have kids? And what is she going to do? Um, the feminist in me was very excited to hear her say, like, it's offensive that you think I would retire to have kids. Like, my career brings me joy. Why would you make that assumption? I never wanted to have kids. So to me, sometimes that conversation is a little annoying of like people wanting them to have kids. I'm like, let them make their own decision. If they want them, I hope they have as many as they want, right? Um, but I also like don't think we should be pushing on people that they should be having children. I am happy to push the pay-per-view wedding. I will not push that they need to be having children. Oh my gosh. But it's like, when are they getting married? And is she like, how are they going to plan this? Like, it's got to be during the off season. It has to be in the off season, right? And but like, is she play like her with her albums and her launches, and like she's saying she's not going on tour, but obviously we're all ready for her to go on tour. Like, do that. Like, take the marriage on tour. Like, let's have the pay-per-view, and then at the different concerts, like it's almost like we're at your like it's a reception. It's like the wedding reception that we all get to come to. So we're like all invited, and it's a party. We need this. We need this. But I'm just so looking forward to it. I'm so excited that they are getting married, that they have both found the one. I mean, if you don't love love, you just, I think, probably need therapy. Like, how can you hate on love? Come on, people. Also, the new album. Can we talk about the new album? I love it. Like, it's my favorite. It is by far my favorite. And I've been a fan for a long time. Had all of her albums. 1989 has always been my favorite. This one might this one might beat it. And maybe it's because of the producers, but it's amazing to me how many people don't like it. Although it also broke all the records on streams and streaming, so people might be lying. I also think that like on social media, because the algorithm it it likes to promote controversy because people stay on and engage, that it also makes me wonder, are they just like pushing that narrative so that people can engage? I mean, I clearly people are saying it, but I'm like, were you ever a fan to begin with? Like, I know people say they were fans, but I'm like, but were you? Although I did get to go, so Starbucks, they had here in Nashville the only Starbies. It was they took over our local one of our local Starbucks. They painted it. And I'm pretty sure that like that brick was not painted before. Like it was just brick. They painted it the blue like just for this. They put out these like orange glitter awnings and then the entire parking lot was like cut off. I mean, obviously there was police and everything that was kind of overseeing it, but there was like this big orange glittery record that you could take photos in front of. They had all of these stations to make friendship bracelets. So much fun. They were giving out free, I think it was like some kind of like pumpkin chai drink that was delicious with like the sugar sprinkles on top that looked like the orange and blue glitter. And there was a photo booth. So much fun. I love the photos we got from the photo booth. They were playing her music the whole time. It was an absolute blast. But as I was making friendship bracelets, someone that was there with like she wasn't with us, but she was at that table. She was asking what we thought of the new album. And I was like, I love it. And she was like, it's probably my least favorite. And I'm like, then you should not be allowed to be making a friendship bracelet right now. I'm like, get out of Starbucks. I'm that bouncer. Um, but I'm just like, but then she was like trying to say that she really liked the Dead Poet Society or the like because she was like trying to say tortured poets, but she was saying the Dead Poet Society better. And I was like, see, you what are you? You're just in the bandwagon. Like you're just here to have like you're just taking advantage of the free stuff without actually being a true Swiftie. But obviously, some people like things, some people don't. So like I don't get angry when I'm not saying like you're not a true Swiftie if you don't like the album. I was not a fan of not I've liked all the albums, but obviously I like some better than others. And Midnight's I wasn't a huge fan of Midnight's. I was actually shocked when she won the Grammy of the record of the year on that. I was like, really? Like I liked it, but I didn't think it was her best work. But she got a lot of new fans with that album. And then like when Tortured Poets Department came out, a lot of people then didn't like that. I mean, I just feel like there's always people who are going to complain. And she just can't, she truly can't win. I mean, I get she's winning, but everyone has a take and none of it's consistent. So on the one hand, it's like, you're too risque, you're cussing too much. And then on the other hand, people are like, you need to grow up, your songs are too childish. And it's like, okay, right? Like, okay, well, which is it? And then you hear people say, you're like too political. Like you shouldn't be singing songs that have anything political about them. Like she was like allegedly, right? Her and Travis were this like some liberal. What was it they were saying? Like that the Democrats were somehow paying them to date so Biden would win. It was some weird conspiracy. And now people are mad because they're like, oh, her song is about being in love and he saved her and she wants to have kids with him and now she just wants to be a trad wife. I'm sorry, what? Like these are just extreme. They're so extreme. And I I get that that comes with the territory and I don't think she's complaining about it, but I do think for all of us who are watching and who do love her and we see this and maybe we want to be artists in our own right. We want to have our own podcasts or maybe you're a writer and you want to write something or you want to have a blog or you even want to put something on social media or you maybe want to like play and do some stuff on Instagram and TikTok. There can just be such a fear of what will people think or what will people say or some people won't like it. And the answer to that is yeah. Like that's just true. That's part of it. And I think when we witness and we see people make such crazy like comments on both sides where it's like she can't win, it makes us think the same thing, right? Like we can't win. No matter what we do, there are going to be people attacking us from all sides. And so for the non-Swifties, or I get there's some people who are probably going to be listening to this that have no idea who I am or what this podcast is typically about. But for my typical listeners that listen for business advice, career advice, I just think there is a lot that we can learn from that because there will always be haters on every side. We cannot ever get it perfectly right because people just like to complain and people like to make assumptions and people like to criticize and call people out. Like that's just the world we live in. And so I think I wouldn't let that scare you away from taking action. I would just do it anyway because people are going to talk about you anyway, and they're going to make assumptions anyway, and they're going to get it wrong. So, really being grounded in who you are and what you believe, and just really staying focused on your art and your vision, as opposed to just like listening to the noise, because that totally can just take you out. I think that is, it's a really good lesson for all of us. And she's human, right? I don't think anyone deserves a lot of the attacks that are happening right now on the internet. But I also think that they are great examples of how you can focus on the good and really, as much as you can, just block out the noise and let go of the rest. So, yeah. I mean, I hope she's not listening to all the criticisms coming from every angle because like truly, like there's no perfect answer when people think that she's clearly on extreme sides of everything. And it's like, well, there's literally nothing I could do to make you happy. But actually, that's not true. There is something you could do to make me happy or us happy, Taylor. I've already made my plea to Travis. Let me make my plea to you. Pay-per-view. We will pay you, have the wedding, let us have our parties so that we can watch and then have a tour and let us all come and dress up and like let us feel like we're bridesmaids. That's basically what we need and we want. If you do that, there will totally be people who bitch and moan. But your true fans, we will be there for it and it will make us so happy and so joyful. So anyway, I know this is not the kind of episode I typically do, but I am just so excited for both of them. I'm excited for their families because it's very clear that they have close families and that the whole family is excited for them. I only wish them the best. I only wish them the best. That is another thing, right? Like the number of people just like, it's just our culture right now. And I think we're, so many of us are just in disagreements with each other. It's like so many people want the worst for people. It's like, actually, can we truly just want the best? Can we truly just want the best? Like, I hope that they continue to have as much happiness and money and love and pay-per-view weddings and concerts. Yeah, we want it all. We want it all. We hope that is our wish list for you. We hope you get it all. And we hope that we get it all as well, right? Like, thanks for bringing us joy in a world that is so dark. So if you are also a Swiftie and you have been enjoying this time, I hope you continue to also just bask in the glow of their happiness and their love, and the football and the music. And that is it for this week. Be back next Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, give the episode a like and leave a comment below so we can keep the conversation going. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a future episode or announcement. Listening on Apple, Spotify, or another podcast app, you can watch the video and join in the after show conversation by visiting hustleandflowpodcast.com.